were so mad at me that week because I wasn't honest with you and Mom.
Oh, yeah. Lying.
I wasn't lying. I was just not telling you the truth.
I don't know how he didn't get arrested.
60 mil.
He probably did get arrested. Have you got arrested? I will save that for next time.
Whoa. Honestly, DJ Fab wants something to happen.
No, I don't,
No,
bro.
let's bring up what you were saying earlier, bro. Let's be for real, because you were about to say
anything.
something. We're not moving on. Either this is the end of the episode or you're telling the story. That's good. The podcast is going to look like this.
Hey.
Man.
You're Asian. You can
Yeah, you can make that joke.
And also,
get
you got to be way close to the mic. That's
Dude,
why
you can make any joke nowadays.
You can be like this. You got to be like this.
Make any joke, for real. Comedy is comedy, I think.
But look at the mic, though. You
No,
have to
wait.
talk.
If you go to a comedy show, bro,
you got to be big enough to overcome it.
Lizzo's big enough to overcome any joke, so she should be able to.
Woo! Woo!
Like,
Woo!
bro.
That was crazy. That was a good one, buddy.
But, bro, like, comedy is comedy, bro.
Oh, I agree.
If you're going to, just like Dylan Dennis with Logan Paul, buddy, Logan Paul and KSI were making fun of his mom, talking about his ex-girlfriend. Buddy, if you're going to dish it, you got to be able to take it. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't like about the world nowadays.
Agreed.
You can't take, everyone can dish, but no one can take. Everyone wants to eat that food, but when they have to give it back, they get, oh.
No, everybody get butt hurt. They get over the littlest things. And you can't, I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but.
You know how you're trying to say it. You're a legend, IBD, and you know you're a legend. And this is the craziest part. We already started the podcast.
Look good, feel good, am good, buddy.
You look good.
Yes.
Buddy, I know you feel good when you look
Feel
that good. Because you're looking in good shape. And let's be honest right now, IBD. IBD, guys, has been with us, buddy, since we were born. But for real, you've been with us since we were born, and you've been there.
I think you've been with me since you were born.
But you've
Yeah,
helped.
true.
You've helped a lot along the way, not just being our dad, but like as far as business wise, like when we started our merch, he's still doing the merch. He does so much for us, more than just being a dad.
Guidance, without you, you've been like a father to us,
Facts.
literally. But seriously,
That's
Something I want to say, you know, about it's important for parents. It's important for people to put roots and establish your roots. Mm-hmm. And your roots have to be deep. And I'm talking to you, Fab, because you got a beautiful young girl, right? And a new baby son.
Yes, sir.
Right? But it's your role to give them roots. And these guys, they push the envelope. They always going to push the envelope. If you're not pushing the envelope,
we're growing the tree branches.
You're not learning.
Yeah.
You're not learning.
That's facts.
And it's the parent's job and the teacher's job, nowadays not so much, but to make sure that you're inside and have those deep roots so that when you go off the beaten path, that you have roots to come back to. And so when you were talking about your daughter and about what's going on with the world and everything, listen, she's going to be influenced by the outside much more than you guys were. You guys influenced by the outside much more than I ever was. But it's your job to have the roots for her to come back to. So when she goes off that path, she knows where the path is. And you don't have to feed that because she's getting that fed at her at the BS at school, at the BS on the internet, at the BS on YouTube. She's getting her education everywhere else. You and Shannon, you guys have to put those roots down. And that's what IBM and I tried to do for you guys, is make sure that you had those roots so that when you made those mistakes, you could realize that they were mistakes and come back and be your true self. And I'm proud of you guys.
I'm proud of you.
Let's go.
Real, man.
I needed
Love you.
that.
Love you, IBD.
Love you, Diesel.
Anyway.
It's
about time.
Didn't mean to start off with a preaching moment.
No. I think this is great because
great. Yeah.
IBD leading up to this podcast, IBD off camera is 10 out of 10. Diamonds.
Funny guy, always jokes.
Always on point. And then sometimes when you point the camera, he'll just freeze up. And you would even say this. Sometimes you're like, oh, man, I don't know why when the camera comes out. But you're on one and you're doing good. And I think it's because you've been really grinding on doing your thing. And
So,
you can see it. Well, let's get into this proper intro,
Yeah,
we got to give you a proper intro.
Okay, then I want to go back to that for a second because I want these guys to go back and look at a video.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. Well, guys, welcome back to possibly the most legendary guest of the It Is What It Is podcast. Without this man, this podcast doesn't exist. Ireland Boys Productions doesn't exist. I or Nick don't exist as human beings without this man doing what he needed to do to get the job done 2 times. The legend, the one, the only, IBD. This is our dad.
Wow.
This is our dad. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows.
But IBD stands for?
Ireland Boys Dad.
There we go.
Legend.
There we go.
Legend.
So you're talking about
long-awaited episode, but we were just waiting for the right time, and sometimes there's not a right time for anything. You just got to do it.
Yep.
And this
I've
was
been
that
waiting,
time.
man. I've been waiting for.
But
the
you've been
invite.
getting in great shape. But like, if we would have done this a couple months ago, right?
So my blood work was a little out of whack because I wasn't the healthiest. I was working a lot, sitting at home, working on the computer, and not very active. And so I wanted to get healthy. Had a doctor's appointment coming up in 6 months, and I was looking at a video that I was in with you guys. Sticky notes, right? We did sticky notes, which is a great video.
Sticking sticky notes to people.
Sticky notes on strangers. And we did it again. And in that video, I saw myself in one of those yellow T-shirts.
You can say IBP merch, bud.
IBP merch. One of those yellow T-shirts.
Plug
What
it.
was it? I know, but
The
what?
summertime.
Summertime. From
Available
the Summertime
link in
music video.
description.
My favorite video, music video, by the way. But anyway, I look so big in that.
But
And
not
that
the
was-
good kind of big.
That was a 2XL shirt that was tight. Now, I got a whole new wardrobe at home. I got large shirts I'm wearing now. I lost 30 since that video. I lost 30 pounds.
What was your current weight,
30
and then where are you at now?
At that, it was 234, and this morning I was 208.
I got a question. Do you think you could take Bradley Martin in a street fight? He's 260 though.
I have no idea who Bradley Martin is, and
So you could probably take
I
him,
just
right?
started going back to the gym, so I'm going to say at this point, no. Give me a week.
Okay.
Give you
If
a
I
week.
get I saw Nick get in shape for a week and beat DK Money, so I can take a week.
IBD.
No, DK Money catching shades on the podcast.
Whoa. But how is
Real
that?
crazy. You got in shape in like a
straight
week.
facts, man. He trained for a week for that fight.
Yeah.
like
Imagine
20
broke
days.
Alex Wasabi's rib, right?
But
That
bro,
was- yeah.
like you know, for
Yes.
real though.
Yeah.
And the genetics I'm telling you, the genetics don't come
Yeah.
from IBM. IBM's a great mom, but she's a tiny Asian woman. So all the height, all the power, got to come
I
from.
feel like IBM could do damage,
I
bro.
tell you what, look, I say this. Your background, right? You're Irish, German, Italian, and Vietnamese, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Irish, German, and Italian. They're three of the strongest tempers, strongest character in the world. Irish, German, and Italian.
yeah.
I'm afraid of that 5'2" Asian woman.
Yeah, for real.
And you guys, and I believe growing up, you guys were too. It wasn't. It wasn't. Watch out, Dad's going to come home. We're going to be in trouble. It was don't let Mom find out.
Oh yeah. I remember a
Telling
couple
you.
times we would do some stuff. We'd do some things, and then you'd be like, "Oh, ask your mom," and then Mom would. Maybe for American households they would pull out like a spatula or a spoon, but IBM would pull out those chopsticks, and oh man, those chopsticks on the knuckle. But I think it was all good. I think the way that you guys raised us definitely.
I feel like nowadays it's like frowned upon to do some of that, but low key you need some of that.
Yo,
Some of that
I got whooped.
Discipline.
discipline. You need that discipline.
Y'all didn't get no.
tough
They didn't
love.
get no. They didn't get no beatings. Y'all didn't get
Bro,
no.
I just told you, bro.
On the knuckle. That's it.
Nah, bro, we got
chopstick, bro.
spatula to
Bro,
we got spatula to
buddy.
the cheeks. We got
What did you get?
Bro, I
IBD
got
with the belt occasionally.
extension cords to the leg, weed whacker wire, good old fist to
Ouch,
the.
man. I
Yo.
know, we got to get canceled on this
Yo.
podcast.
Yo.
chill.
Yeah, your mom's about to get arrested after this.
Bro, but I
Was
think
this in America?
this was here, and it wasn't. It was because we were just we weren't bad. We just didn't listen. We were hyper. We just wanted to create things and break things. And my mom worked hard. And when you break something that someone's worked hard for, it's like all your time and effort and work ethic and you put in. And it's like, I do this for you, and this is how you guys treat me. So I understand my mom's pain. But looking back at it, I was like, bro, what Nick was saying, man. Parents, like man. Even now, like.
Parents are
In the
afraid.
moment.
They're
Parents are
afraid,
afraid
yeah.
to discipline, and
Yeah.
that's where you need to be as a young father. And I'm not talking you have to be physical.
Yeah,
You can have a rational
Well, you
conversation.
gotta-
How old's your daughter? 5?
she
4?
turning 5 in November. Yeah.
She's a pre-K 4. You can have a rational I used to have rational conversations with these guys.
We probably had
when
more
they were
rational conversations when we were younger than
very
now.
young. Because this guy interrupts me all the time.
Wait, talking to
just
the mic,
did.
talking to the mic.
I said
yeah,
this
keep
guy
it here,
interrupts
keep it
me
here,
all
keep
the
it here.
time. Okay.
Facts.
But no, you can have rational conversations. They understand, right? So but parents now today, it just seems like they're afraid to discipline their kids.
Yeah,
whatever
no.
the kid wants, it's okay. That's
Especially
No.
that, you're not
Yeah,
doing,
you wanna-
you're
you
not
wanna
doing
get-
them any favor.
I've learned that explaining to them and talking, like with Mia, she'll like throw a little fit, and I'll explain to her, like, instead of just yelling at her, like, go to the corner, I'll explain after she's in the corner, Mommy, do you know why you're in the corner? And she'll be like, I don't know. And I was like, what did you do wrong? Why are you in the corner? She'll tell me, and I'll explain to her and go through and discipline through that. They'll learn, like, all right, if I steal candy, I'm not supposed to have it, or if I don't finish my food and I eat candy, then Dad is going to be upset. But the reason because I'm not eating my food, it's versus that I'm scared of Dad, or I'm, because some kids, I feel like they sneak out because they're
afraid.
They're afraid, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and don't you want them to be able to be your friend?
That. Yeah,
right?
I'm more of like a friend. I'm obviously a father, and I want to.
You have to be. You have to be.
They have to have that respect for you.
Yeah, but there's a balance.
They don't want to. You don't want them to be afraid of you.
It's like that fine line of balance,
Yeah.
because if you're too strict, you see those kids where their parents are too strict on them. They're so strict, and then as soon as they like graduate or they get out of the house, they go crazy and they do all these kinds of drugs, and they do everything that they never did because they were contained in this bubble.
Like, they want to feel. They want to rebel and feel that, like, freedom.
Then you have some kids where you just let them do whatever, and they become very.
You're too much of a
arrogant. Yeah, they're too.
Yeah.
They're.
It's a balance. It's a balance. It's a balance of dad and friend, and you got to let the child know. Like, you got to tell the child, like, all right, this is the time to be serious. And this time, most kids act out when they're at school. Like, they won't do. Most kids will never do what they do at school at home. Like, they act out the craziest time.
Because they get away with it.
They get away with everything. And I'm DJ all the schools.
You're saying bring back beating in schools like when you were a kid.
No.
Tell them some of the stories from when you were a kid.
I got a scar right here, Sister Bridget Mary.
Sister Bridget
Mary. She was your teacher, right?
She was tough, yeah. So in the old days, we had the wooden ruler instead of the plastic ruler. And the wooden ruler had a metal edge down it. And Sister Bridget Mary, bam, got me a scar right there. I had Sister Bridget Mary 3rd grade and 5th grade. I tell you a story. Now, back in the day, a nun would whack you. So I had this kid, I think his name was Hiram. Anyway, so he was acting up in class. And Sister Bridget Mary grabbed him and took him in the back of the room. In the back of the room was a wall and then 2 openings. You go in one side and out the other, and you hung your coats there. It was called a cloakroom, right? So it was just an open little space in the back. And she took him back there, and all you hear is...
With the closed door?
No, there's no closed door. It's just sort of an open space.
It's like a little hallway
behind the
in the back.
wall.
And everyone in the class heard?
Oh, you hear him, and you hear him crying. You hear him wailing and crying. And she comes back up with her habit on, right, and just starts teaching class. And about a minute goes by, and he comes... Tears running down his cheek. Didn't hurt. She goes walking down the aisle, grabs him by the arm. It hurt.
Yeah, bro.
It didn't matter. She took him in the back.
Bro.
Whack him again.
That might be a little Sister Bridget Mary.
Yo.
Chill, buddy.
But I don't think you have to hit kids to discipline them.
That's good.
I think you. I don't remember ever hitting you.
No.
There's other stuff.
You would definitely.
should've.
But the thing is.
But you'd get the belt and you would make the loud pop sound, and that would be scared
It'd
enough.
scare you.
But the thing is that
Fear.
we've always, no matter what, I think we always respected you. And that's something that I think once you lose respect, whether it be from a kid, whether it be from someone else, it is hard to gain back.
Oh, without a doubt.
But when you're a parent, it's, yes, you want to be their friend. You want them to be able to talk to you. Like, say the kid goes back.
I think friend's the wrong word, but go ahead.
But no. Say the kid goes out and then they get really drunk one night, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to tell my dad because he's going to be mad, so I'm going to drive home. You would much rather the kid be able to be like, hey, Dad, I messed up. Can you pick me up? I'm sorry. And then you be able to talk to them and not be afraid, but you still have the respect over them where they know that you know better because you have been through life. And I think growing up, me and Nick would always look at you like, I always looked at you like, oh, whatever you did is perfect and right. And even now as you grow up, sometimes I'm like, oh, you learn stuff. And this is a quote that someone told me. This is your first time doing this too. Like, this is the first time that you were ever a parent. Even though we were kids, it was your first time ever being a parent was
True.
with us.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
First time ever being this age where you are right now is right now. So we have to understand as kids, as like children, your parents are trying. And you, even though they are more mature and older than you got to respect and try to like help them because they're going through a lot. And you don't really realize that until you get older and then you have to do adult things. You kind of take it a little for granted as a kid.
Sure. And you got, to liken it to a video game, which I don't understand, but you got experience points. And we talked about this before. So I got more experience points than you do. Yeah. That's all. But I think it's important as a parent that you're going to have that, but you love your child, and you're going to forgive them. And they need to know, no matter how bad they mess up, no matter what they do, that you're going to forgive them. And I always reflected back, and I think I shared this with you, is that, I have a Father in heaven, God, and no matter what I do, I know he will forgive me. And so that's my ideal, is to be a father like him. So, if you guys were to screw up, no matter how bad, I would always love you. Mom would always love you, no matter what. We don't want to see you make a mistake, but if you do, we're always going to be there to pick you up. And that's key, Fab.
Yeah, this is that's kind of the
There's
message.
Nothing your daughter could do.
No,
to
there's
make you turn your back on her.
Just,
nothing. Look at that smile. Look at
that's
that
what I'm
smile.
thinking.
He's
In
got,
my
man.
mind, I was like, is there anything? There was nothing my daughter could do. And then it's
Don't let her hear this.
No, definitely not. Okay. Don't.
She's watching the pod right now.
She watches the videos though.
No way, really?
She enjoys all of us. She's like, us dad as friends, and then she's like, when is the next test? And that's another thing, IBD. Let me ask you this question, because I started off, and when I had my kid, I didn't have her for much time, so I would always try to take her places, but I would always try to document the memories, and I would always try to do it through vlogging or some form of challenge, like the taste test, where we just eat exotic snacks or candy and etc. And I've always enjoyed spending time with her. So I've balanced it to a point where it's like, I don't want her to think that, I don't want people to think that I'm using her for content. So my question to you is, when Ricky was like, yo, dad, like, YouTube is working, like it's going good. We're taught to graduate high school, go to college, go get a degree, go be a doctor, go be a lawyer. So I want to know, because I know you really well, and it's like, what was, for everybody, what was your take when you realized that, yo, the channel is, this is life-changing? Like, when did you realize, and how were you feeling at that moment?
We should bring it back and paint the picture leading up to it a little bit, right?
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
But
get to that.
Put a pin in that
there.
for
Okay.
sure. But that's a great question, because Mom and I, we're very old school. And we had knockdown, drag out fights. We had walks around the block where he was in tears. Mom was in tears, about college and things like that. And, it's important to have an open mind.
Yeah.
We should paint the picture, tell the people a little about like us, like upbringing, and then how it almost got started from your perspective, because they've heard it from our perspectives, and you've been in the videos, but we've never been able to like, there's a lot of stuff we haven't even talked about that just happened as we were growing up, and it almost was just like, okay, just keep going, Yeah,
I mean, we can bring it up. I can tell you this. I think you were talking about vlogs, right? And I'm like, who cares what you're doing in your life, man?
Yeah.
You're going to do what you're doing on your life, and you're going to make a video of it? Who cares?
Now there's people that watch FouseyTube sleep. So,
Yeah, crazy.
shower.
Yeah, wow.
For real, though.
But I got to find that picture of me and Fousey. You got to put it up on the screen, man. But anyway, from the fight. But I know I had done some viral marketing, right, and put up some viral videos, and back when YouTube was like brand new, and all I did was steal some stuff, repost it, and got some likes, and then I got copyrighted 3 times and was banned from YouTube, right? But I wasn't trying to make money or anything. I was just trying to draw attention to what I was doing marketing wise, and then put an ad on there. So this was like,
Hey,
to make money.
you had the strategy though.
not off of YouTube.
No, not the YouTube.
To recruit into my business.
You weren't trying to become a YouTuber. You were trying to use it. He was trying
a
to
lead
take
generator.
Yeah.
Trying to
that's
get
all.
more eyes on the ad.
So, I mean, I remember
marketing.
one video. You can probably look it up. It's the bobsled team in the Olympics.
I remember you showing me that.
And they were getting ready to do the bobsled. There was female bobsled team, and the girls' pants split.
What?
And
I remember this.
I got 100,000 views on that video. It wasn't mine. I just stole it from NBC.
He was like the OG like meme account.
Yeah,
like
that's
they would
what it
take the
was,
videos and then he'd be like, "Yo, this is viral. I'm gonna repost."
Yeah, it was something from there was a camel in the church play at Christmas time. But
you always did that stuff like growing. I remember even when we were really young, you made these shirts of these big like anime shows and you would sell them and do all this stuff. Yeah, you always had that mind.
I was always an entrepreneur at heart,
Yeah.
Right? And I got that from my dad. He was always hustling, trying to, do something on the side. So maybe that's where you got the desire to do that. But, you guys, I remember you started making videos. I mean, you were doing some goofy stuff, man. You took a bottle, like a Yeti, Yeti cup, and we're throwing it up and hitting it with a baseball bat. And
it was so random.
That was a weird vid.
Random stuff. I'm just laughing,
It's still up on YouTube too. Yeah. It's called like
Yeti. What was Yeti Cup review or something?
I don't know.
I don't think it was a review. I don't think it was Yeti back then either.
It was.
Was it Yeti?
It was Yeti.
I'm gonna look it up because I really want to know.
Let it review. Yeti review.
That was our first video. Like we posted. Like, we'll get there.
It was called Yeti Cup Review. How good is it? 500,000 views now. And I remember that thing had like 3 views.
That was our first video back, and like we took like a little like half a year or like year break.
Send me that link. I need to see that.
I got you.
So you guys, I mean, you get home from school and watch YouTube, and
every day.
Every day. And I wasn't aware. I didn't know what YouTube was as far as that. And I told you, I knew some stuff that could help you get views. And so I convinced you to do political stuff. If you remember, in your first half a dozen videos, you were dressed as Trump dancing in public, right? These videos are gone, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, they exist.
And Nick was like somewhere. Hillary, and we were like fighting in public.
Oh yeah, he dressed up as Hillary. He dressed up as Trump, and they were literally boxing on the corner during the election way back in 2016.
That was like our first like kind of big video because we posted the invisible rope prank, and we weren't getting any views. And then when we posted that one, I think it got like 50,000.
Yeah,
and we were like, oh, this is good. But then you were aware enough to say like, yo, if you get known for this, then you're going to be very divisive, so like kind of take it down. But even before that, when we created our channel, I remember Nick and I were sitting there one night after watching the Roman Atwood vlog that he was like, yo, if you want to do something, start it now. We created the channel that night, September 2015.
Yeah.
I think it was September 15th, 2015. But we were creating the channel, and I was like, oh, what do we call it? Should we call it like Ireland Boys Pranks? Because we wanted to do pranks because Roman Atwood did pranks. And we were like, oh, Ireland Boys Pranks, or do we call it like
Ireland Boys Comedy?
Ireland Boys Comedy. And you were like, call it Ireland Boys Productions because it encompasses everything. And if you might want to do pranks now, or you might want to do other things, but if you do productions is everything.
Crazy.
So you were the one, or else it could be called Ireland Boys Pranks right now. And I mean, we do pranks, but like we do a lot of other stuff.
If say we made it Ireland Boys Pranks, who knows if we would have even done the 24-hour challenge because we're like, oh, we only make pranks. Like this is what we do.
That's all.
My idea then too was not just because I envisioned it being, which later became, there was a Rohan channel, DJ Fab, having a big production company with multiple channels underneath of it too, kind of like Ryan Reviews Toys. Right?
Which is crazy that you were thinking about that at that time.
IBD knew.
Yeah, because at that time, honestly, when you did it, so you were spending a lot of time. I mean, outside of school, and you were spending all your time on videos, and a lot of family was like, you guys are wasting your time. And I'm very proud of these guys. So they're straight A students, right? Ricky graduated high school with an AA degree, went to college for 2 years full-time while he was in high school, right? Junior and senior year, not taking AP courses, not taking college courses, but on college campus. Nick took a year off and still graduated summa cum laude at 16. So they were doing good in school, right? They were involved in sports and athletics, basketball and baseball, and they were involved in the church, and they were altar boys. So when they're spending this time on video, there's a lot of other things they could be doing, but they're spending time on video. They were learning computers. They were learning editing. They were learning a lot of skills that could apply later on in life. And then I think I showed you how to monetize because I don't know how the monetization came up, but I honestly thought where this would go if it got big enough that when they got to high school, which Ricky got to high school just after they started, right? You weren't in high school yet.
No, we were already in high school.
No, Ricky was in high school. I was in 8th grade.
Nick was in 8th grade.
I was in 8th grade when we started.
But I said, once they started dating, he'll be able to make enough money off of his YouTube channel to take a girl to a movie and buy her popcorn.
And take her all the way to Hawaii.
And blow 20 racks! And blow 20 racks!
Bro,
just to get a cut.
You jumping way ahead.
Not even.
Not even a cut.
Yeah, that's how to say that, Joe.
Not even a cut.
Hey, all right, keep going. I gotta interrupt for a second.
This is the best performance I've ever seen from
IBD is like Sugar Sean O'Malley right now. He is rising to that occasion, and dude, you are a great storyteller.
I'm a storyteller.
Because because before this pod, we were like, oh, is he going to show up? Because sometimes when it's on camera, you point and you're like, oh, yo. You don't know what he's going to say.
Literally, you might
but
be
you are on Sugar Sean O'Malley right now.
I've never seen this IBD. I've never.
It's like,
dude, he's on point.
Everything you're telling is so crisp, so clear. The storytelling.
It's like IBD. They said the same thing when I came back. When I came back, they said the same thing. Don't feel bad.
This is my third son, by the way.
Yes.
DJ Fab. We'll tell that story of how we became roommates on the road. That'll be something later.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I my big picture for this was that you would make enough money to take a girl on a date and buy popcorn. That's how big I saw this becoming.
Dang.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
We'll jump way ahead. And
No. Don't jump way ahead. I think people want to follow this story. You're doing great. Take your time. Great. I don't think anyone gets I want to rush through it. Everyone loves to hear this because they've never heard this.
Mm-hmm. Especially from your perspective.
Yeah, this is
so we kept making vids, right? We kept making videos.
Yeah, and that was the best thing. And I get on them now, man. Because if you're out there and you want to do anything you want to do in life, you need to be consistent. And YouTube is all about an algorithm, and you need to be consistent. And these guys were getting 8, 10, 20 views a video and put up videos every Friday like clockwork for what? Before Target for almost a year, half a year?
No, more than that.
I think about it like a year or so.
Yeah, for a year. There. They put up a video every Friday, and I think they had a combined view of 800 views.
Which is probably the hardest part, is being consistent while you're getting no views. Because if you're getting views, then it's like, all right, I'm posting this, people are going to see it. But if you're just starting out, being consistent while getting no views, probably the toughest part. But that's why a lot of people stop. But the people that keep going, and then you get that break, like the Trump video or the overnight video.
Yeah.
Right. So
bring it back to that too, because you knew so much more about YouTube from your business stuff than you even let on. Because when we were posting our videos, back in the day, search engine optimization for the YouTube videos was really important. So you would tell us, make sure you do keywords in the description. And if you go back on some of our descriptions, it looks like it was written by someone that doesn't know how to speak English.
Yeah.
Because some of our descriptions are, you would think of a description, we spent the night in Target, hope you guys enjoy. You were saying do stuff like, we spent 24 hours overnight challenge in Target. Can't believe we did this 24-hour challenge overnight in Target. 24 hours we spent in Target overnight challenge. Just bang the keywords and then do the tags.
Yeah.
Just go crazy on that. And that's when that was more important. It's not as important nowadays.
Yeah, because the AI or whatever
it
does
can
it
recognize
automatically
the video.
now. But
back in the day.
Back in the well, you had to think about how, if somebody heard about your video and wanted to search it, how are they going to search it? And that's what you need to put into the description, is how you want to search it. But
especially in the beginning, because no one knows, Ireland Boys, they're like, oh, kids spend the night and spending the night.
It's almost like music. Music, you remember a lyric and you're like,
you'll search for that lyric.
And you look for it's just like that, I feel like.
Exactly.
When we first started out, our first I don't know how many videos, maybe first 10, 15 videos, it was a lot of short pranks.
Oh yeah.
And they were all, this was what you said to do. Which I think at the time was key to do, but it was you said, make it short videos, we're talking 3 to 5 minutes in and out.
Because I made a whole toilet paper fort that was 4 minutes long.
Yeah,
crazy.
Which I don't even know.
I remember that. I mean, making them short.
Our intro for the recent toilet paper fort is over 4 minutes long. But I think that worked for your the viral marketing. You want quick stuff that gets people attention. They get what they want, and then boom, they're good.
No excess.
Yeah, no excess. But then, I don't know which video was the first long one.
The first one was the overnight in Target.
Our first video that was over 6 or 7 minutes was the overnight challenge in Target, which was 24 minutes?
Look, right here. I'm going to read it. First video ever, epic invisible rope prank, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Next video, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. Whole toilet paper fort, 5 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Wow.
That's the longest video we posted. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. All of them were under 5 minutes. Then 24 hours overnight in Target. Out of nowhere, dropped a 22-minute banger.
22-minute banger, and it just bangs.
So if you think about it, back in the day, TV was king. I think online video watching just surpassed 50% of overall video watching, just beat television. But back then, television was you would watch at a certain time. You know, you go to work on Friday, everybody talked about what the episode was on Friends or whatever it was that was on Thursday night. And it was Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and we all watched together as a nation. And you guys tapped into that. You guys would post every Friday, 5:05, and you did that consistently. And you were family friendly, right? You weren't cursing. There wasn't sexual innuendo. You were family friendly. And so families started watching with their kids, and they would sit down and watch it. And people were used to watching half-hour episodes. And if you think about it, a half-hour episode of a TV show, take out the commercials, is 20 minutes. And that's what you guys had. After that, you had 20, 24-minute things. And I looked forward to coming home from work and sitting down with my wife and watching the video, not because it was you guys, but it was quality entertainment. It really was. And I still get that feedback from parents. And, you know, we can talk about this later, but when you were on tour, so many parents would come up and talk about that.
But I want to say something about you were like, yo, we were always consistent. We never missed a Friday. But there would be times when sometimes this stuff would happen, or maybe one of us got in trouble, me or Ricky. You know, we're still IBD's kids, so we might get grounded or something. And this takes me back to a time we wanted to film a video for the week, but IBD got mad at Ricky for something. I don't know what Ricky did.
I don't know what it was.
I think you were slacking in school or something.
I was slacking in school because I was focused on that grind, Boost.
Yeah, at least he was grinding on something.
No, I definitely was. I remember that. I remember that because the overnight Target video popped off, and I was like, lock in, bro.
It took your focus away from school.
Because I was about to graduate. It was the semester before I graduated. Then winter break hit. I was like, boom, we're going crazy. We did the overnight lows, started going crazy on everything, came back to school, and just honestly.
You came back to school? But you didn't go to school.
I came back to school like, what's up?
you were hanging out in the common area or
which was at school,
the cafeteria or whatever, and cutting class.
I wasn't going.
This guy's got straight A's, and he's about to not graduate after having straight A's for 11 and 3/4 of a year.
Because I'm going to say this. Sometimes in life, knowing when to move to the next thing is crucial. I'm just kidding. It's crucial, but like
that's, you know, there's.
It was a semester. I was such a good student. I had to be. There was no other option with mom being at home. You know, I feel like, you know, it had to be with an Asian mom. You got to be good. So
Tiger mom.
So go back to that. Everything's popping off, and we're starting to do like good. And I feel like you see it, mom sees it, but they're like, okay, you're just being a good parent. Like maybe this is just a one hit wonder. Maybe this is like a flash in the pan. You have to be honest, because how many people have like a flash and then they're done?
Without a doubt.
A one-hit wonder. Sorry.
So we go. I remember going back in, and I stopped going to class, and it was my last semester. Dude, I was failing all my classes for weeks. I wasn't going, and I was pretending to go, but I would just be brainstorming videos. I would go to school, and I would just be like thinking of ideas, watching videos, brainstorming. And then I remember it came up one day. My principal, I think, called you and was like, yo, you know, Ricky has like, he's failing all his classes right now.
He's at risk of not graduating. He's not going to class.
Wasn't he risk of not graduating in college, but also high school?
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't a principal, what do you call it? The dean or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went down and had a meeting with her. And we talked about, you know, what you need to do in order to graduate. And you had like a butt ton of work to make up. So they made special project or whatever that you could get back on target. And then we talked about college and you not wanting to go to school. And again, Mom and I, we're old school. I've changed my thoughts on college and indoctrination, and that's a whole nother video.
I already know.
But you know, so I told her where you were financially and what was going on. And she, the dean, said, you know, maybe it's okay that he takes a year off.
She said that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
5 years later, Ricky's
realizing
but
he doesn't know?
She said, because not all my other teachers didn't say that.
No, after graduating.
Oh, after graduating.
Yeah, after graduation.
Not before.
Oh. No.
Yeah, okay.
You had at that point you had to finish. You had to finish that high school, and by finishing high school, you finished your AA degree.
But that was tough. But I had a couple weeks to make up months of work, and I don't know how I did it to this day.
And you couldn't. No, exactly. And then that got into the video. There was another period of time where.
But wait.
Stay here. Don't jump too quick.
Back to the story, though. Back to the story. Pretty much, Ricky, he's almost like flunking out of college and high school at the same time. Risk of not graduating. IBD.
Everything down the drain. 12 years gone.
Here's that.
12 years.
Facts.
But it's a big moment, though.
He hears that from the principal, and then IBD, he realizes that, okay, maybe the videos, they're getting in the way, or he's taking his focus away from school.
You were definitely mad at me. Like, you can say it now, but you were disappointed in me and mad.
We remember we walked around the block talking.
Yeah, and you were like, what are you doing?
That's so bad.
What the hell are you
guys
doing,
walking
man?
around the
We walked
What
around.
are you doing? I mean, I was about to punch you.
You were literally telling
about
me,
to punch me.
You were telling me you did all this work your whole life, and now you're in the last 10 meters, and you're just gonna quit.
Usain
and go.
Bolt, man, and you're 100 yards. So you're at,
But
you're
Usain
99 yards, man, and you just stop and walk across the finish line.
Yeah, but that being said, I remember that happening, and you were so mad at me that week because I wasn't honest with you and Mom. I didn't tell you I wasn't going to class. That's why you were mad.
Oh yeah, lying.
I wasn't lying. I was just not telling you the truth.
So what is that?
There's a big difference between that.
What is the difference?
The difference is
No one asked.
no one asked it. Where are you going? What do you think? I just left at the time I was always leaving.
I think when I finally did ask, you hemmed and hawed.
But
And that's when we
I
took
was trying to
that walk.
protect my mental. You know, I was locked in.
And this is post overnight in Target, right?
post overnight. This is
So we're being consistent. We got the momentum every week. We got to post, and that was like top priority for Ricky.
Yeah.
And then
top priority. Top.
And at that point, I don't want to talk. Because it's not about money. I always told you guys in the beginning, and you guys you didn't get involved in YouTube to make money or to become famous. And I always said, if you're just true to yourself, it doesn't matter. If you're true to yourself and what you want to do, and it doesn't matter how good or bad the content is, the fans are going to feel that, and they're going to follow you, and you're going to grow. But if it becomes about you want to be famous and you want to make money, and that's the focus, it doesn't matter how good the video is, the fans are going to feel that, and they're not going to stick. And so it was never about that. But at that point, when I was meeting with the dean, you were making enough money that would have been more than you would have made had you graduated college and started work.
Yeah.
And that's when she said maybe it's okay to take a year off before you go to school.
She was like, I'm not even doing this.
No.
She said,
No, but
I'm about to start.
she said, I might have to take a year off being the dean.
But seriously, so we go there, and I remember you were still mad at me. You were proud because we were going hard, but you were like, all right, I'm taking your camera away this week, and you're focusing on school. He literally took our only camera that we had at the time away. And I remember like, dude, what are we doing? It was Thursday. I think it was Thursday. And I was like, dude, we got to film, bro.
Yeah.
So I run to Best Buy. I buy a camera.
No.
Yes.
I buy a camera on the spot, and we didn't even. I was like, all right, we're buying this camera.
Yeah.
We filmed the
I
whole
remember.
thing and get back. I get home. I didn't even do my schoolwork. I edited the video, get it up on Friday. Because that was priority.
And then shout out Best Buy, that return policy. We returned that camera right after we filmed that video. Full refund. Then IBD gives us back the camera because he's like, all right, can't stop these boys.
Did you
They're
know
gonna
about
find
this,
a way.
IBD?
Yeah, he was mad. He filmed it at the park across the street from the house.
IBD knew.
No, I mean, I didn't know, but I knew. I mean, I didn't know.
He saw the video got posted the next day.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's
knew.
checking every Friday, and
But,
he's like,
you
no
know,
video
I-
this
I-
week,
I
boys.
want to shout you guys out again, right? So Ricky didn't have a cell phone until he was in high school.
Until
right?
I was
Probably
like a
sophomore or maybe
I think
junior.
I was a junior.
A junior.
Which is
right?
unheard of these days.
And
Junior in high school. Let that be known, buddy. I'm 16, 17, and no phone.
And it was
Buddy, people be having
Whoa.
kids at 5 years old having phones, a full-on iPad.
And it wasn't even a touch screen. It was a flip phone. You
Not
got
even
to
flip.
you had
Not
to
it wasn't
text by
flip.
punching
It wasn't
1, 2,
flip.
3, 4.
It was a little slider.
tap.
It was a slider, but not the good slider where you had the whole keypad. It was like a little
tap 3 times to change the letter.
Yeah. And I think I only had
Oh,
3
man.
calls a month.
There's 3 different.
No,
different-
yeah.
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't have. I know you didn't have,
Emergency.
but 20 texts a month. You know.
Emergency only.
Yeah,
that
just
phone
know,
deal.
like, a brother wasn't texting no girls. There was no time for that. There wasn't enough text messages for that.
No.
Hey, how you doing?
You get cut
Hey,
off
how you doing?
mid-sentence.
Hey, how you doing?
He's like, I'll get back to you next month. Don't worry. I get more texts next month.
How long from the beginning did you film your videos? Your videos were filmed on a phone.
On the iPod Touches we bought, actually.
On a phone.
On the iPod Touches we bought, and then I would edit the videos. Nick and I saved up for iPod Touches.
Yeah.
We had those when we were in like high school. But then I remember my high school gave iPads for them to work on, and they came with all the software, like iMovie. It was iMovie and all that.
That's your intro still from iMovie.
I edited everything on the iPad, and I remember some stories of like, oh, we need some background music here. I would put my iPad on voice memos, record from my iPod a song in the closet, so it would be the best audio, and then move it, and then you could literally hear like movement in the background in some of the videos and some of the songs. But that was the only way. There was no way to download.
And you guys didn't get set up. I mean, you saved money to buy your first camera. You bought all your own equipment, right?
Yeah, definitely a big risk. Like when I remember buying my first camera, or our first camera that we used. I was working while I was in high school and trying to make the videos. I was working at the ice cream shop, and I remember quitting the ice cream shop and saying, I'm going to do this. And I used like a lot of my money. Like that camera was like $900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
Like that was before the videos started popping off. You bought that camera.
Yeah, like $900 investment with maybe like a little over $1,000 that I saved or something. Not much. I didn't have much.
But you believed. That's what that matters, bro.
It was that undeniable self-belief.
You believed.
That you have to have.
And I feel like IBD was like, as a parent, he's like, you know, these kids, they're like, Ricky's lying. He's not going to school, blah, blah, blah. But since IBD understood like he understood like what was going on, the other half of him is like, yes, this is going to work.
Yeah, actually, it was never about that. And gosh, man, what's it been? It's going on 8 years.
Yeah. 2015.
Right? I mean, that's crazy to be consistent and relevant that long. Because when it did become something, I could see, you know, okay, these guys can make a living here, but it's like an NFL career. You know, 3 years is long in the NFL. You know, if they could do that for 3 years and then go back to school, have something to fall back on, take his editing skills and all this and go and work in the movie industry or something like that and work behind the scenes. You know, that was something to think about too. But 8 years and still making videos.
Crazy. Salute to y'all boys.
Videos that make mom cringe still.
To the savage.
Dude, let's take it back to one of the biggest bangers of all time, Overnight in Target. A lot of people have asked this. They're like, yo, what did your parents think when you were doing this video? And let's just tell that story. So pretty much me and Ricky, this is Ricky's idea. Ricky sees there's a big trend going around on YouTube.
Everyone was doing 24 hours. I remember
Aldo's
watching
World,
all these fake videos.
J Stu, they were real. Shout out J Stu.
J Stu was real, but
there's a lot of fake ones.
Like J Station, a lot of fake.
Yeah.
And I was watching. Drop. This is when I was in school. Like there was a open common area, and that's when I would watch videos when I wasn't going to class. So I was watching them, and I was like, "Oh,
it's research."
Yeah, it was research.
Call it research. You're not skipping school. You're doing research.
It all depends. Like you can be wasting your time, and sometimes in life it seems like you're doing a lot, but you're doing nothing. And so other times it seems like you're not doing anything, but you're doing stuff. So it all depends on what you're actually going for. So maybe in other people's minds, they're like, oh, he's just watching videos. But I was actually locked in. So I'm watching these videos, and I'm like, I see the 24 hours as like the biggest thing. So then I tell my friend Zane, and then I tell Nick, and I was like, yo, we're doing this. And then I tell everyone at my school we're doing this. They're like, oh, whatever, bro. And then I remember telling you, and you somehow, some way, were like, oh, okay. It sounds like just be safe.
I know. I can't believe that because we, again, very strict parents. But
yeah,
mom was out of town. She was in Atlanta.
Lucky.
Melissa, I mean, we all went to Melissa's wedding, so it wasn't that. Maybe it was a bridal shower or something. So she was up in Atlanta. And I remember you guys said you were gonna spend the night in Target. You're gonna hide and spend the night in Target. And I'm like, just be careful and be safe.
Yeah, it wasn't even crazy. You were just like, just come home in the morning and be safe, and don't tell mom.
And I remember you also said, we were talking about like, all right, so worst case scenario, say the cops do come, they're probably going to ask to call you, right? And then you're like, yeah. And then like, all right, what are you going to say? And then you said, I'll just say, I don't know. These kids, they just snuck off and they said they were spending the night at a friend's. Yeah, good thing that never happened.
Yeah.
No, but what did happen? Is I came home from work one day.
Are we telling this right now?
No, we're not telling this right now.
I want to hear
But
this.
what did
We're not telling this.
something crazy after the overnight in Target did happen? We're gonna have to save that for a full story time video.
That needs to be a YouTube video.
Yes,
still.
that's a main channel video. That's a main channel banger.
Okay.
Later in this year.
Let's just say the cops, they didn't come that night, but
eventually
they came,
and a lot of more stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got to skip over that because that's such a big.
Okay.
Yeah.
W Dad though for saying yo.
For real, I don't know. Sometimes it depends on when you catch IBD, because sometimes IBD he might get cheesed that you.
Something small.
That like I'm cooking on the stove without letting him know. He might get mad at me like, oh, why are you doing that? You got to spray the pan and like get cheesed. But then tell him you're spending the night illegally in a Target, and he's like, oh yeah, just okay.
Yeah, sometimes your gauge of like what is right and wrong is
wild. One of the worst punishments you ever got. You guys, they didn't have video games until they were well into middle school, right? They didn't have video games. So you had a Nintendo with the disc.
Oh, the GameCube.
Right?
GameCube.
Right? And it's time for dinner. And they're like, just a minute. I'm getting tired of this. I'm like, guys, now, or else I'm just pulling the plug. You can't pull the plug because it'll damage the disc. And I'm like, okay, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, and I pulled the plug, and it was like a $50 game or something, your favorite game, NFL something or other. And it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's when that respect went up. You're like, oh, this dude really played out that action.
Because when he said something, he actually meant it and did it, which was key.
That goes back to the parenting thing. Don't make false threats, because then the kid's going to walk all over you.
Yeah.
If you don't say you're going to do something if you're not prepared to back it up, because the kid is prepared to back up their action.
Oh,
so it was a battle of wills, and IBD won.
IBD's record.
Next time, Mom said it's dinner time. Turn it off. Wrap up the controllers. Get in there for dinner.
Sometimes you need that harsh.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned. $50.
You heard that? You know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this.
Now's probably a good time to transition to that.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. Because we can pick this up another time.
Yeah, I want to hear that overnight in Target incident afterwards.
Well, like you said, that's going to be a main channel video.
But then let's finish talking on that point of what the original Fab question was. How did you feel when everything started picking up? Because I have a pretty crazy story from that. When everything started picking up and you saw like after the graduation fact and everything started going good. Because I remember the summer before, I do want to get into like how you and Fab became almost like best friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, but I do want to.
That's how he became.
I do want to touch on the point
of
what happened right afterwards, don't you, Nick?
Yeah. From your perspective.
From your perspective, because after I did graduate and push through, Mom really wanted me to go to college. You really wanted me to go to college.
Well, I had the meeting with the dean, and
everyone in our family.
I would say,
I was selling it to the rest of the family.
Yeah. You were definitely the least wanting me to go. You could see both sides.
And by family, we mean like aunts, uncles,
cousins. I mean, we have a huge family. You know, we get together at least once a month for dinner, and there's 18, 20 of us.
And and to go ahead and tell them like their job descriptions, like some of them are like.
They all became hosses. They all came from Vietnam.
Oh yeah, they're
They came from Vietnam.
If you ever see the space shuttle, right? The space shuttle not around anymore, but the white rockets on the side. He was the lead engineer on the solid rocket boosters for the space shuttle.
The other one's an anesthesiologist.
Like took the youngest brother
12 years to become a doctor.
Some of them are engineers.
They're all engineers.
Yo, just know
they own multiple businesses. Some of them.
Their family is hosses. So
like they came over from Vietnam with nothing, and literally. Our mom had her and then a sister and then 8 brothers. Every single one.
Extremely successful.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine a house like a whole bloodline of hosses, and then you have Ricky over here saying, "I just want to be a YouTuber." So you can only imagine like what they were thinking.
Great clip on you got to find that too and put it up here somewhere. But I love this. So. Ricky and Nick, they graduated high school, and the high school graduation was at a stadium where the Rays play, right? His was. But yours is a huge high school graduation. And literally, they're just reading off names.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of names. And the kids just walk across the stage like this. And then his college class graduation, there were 25 people from the county selected to go into the program. So it's graduation of 25 people and their parents. So each kid gets to walk across the stage, shake hands with the president of the college and the dean, et cetera, and then gets to say where they're going to school next, right? And what their intentions were, right? What they want to be when they grow up.
Oh, this is great. I remember now.
And Ricky walks across the I got goosebumps, man. I'm telling you. It was.
I walked across the stage. I was vlogging, too. I was vlogging.
He had the camera. He's walking across the stage. He says, Ricky Ireland, I want to be a YouTuber.
That's legendary, bro.
The parents,
Viral.
the kids, they just laugh. They just laugh.
That's
Everyone
viral.
else was saying, like,
I want to be a psychologist. I'm going to be an engineer.
FAU, psychologist.
Yeah. FSU, doctor.
I think one kid from my school even went to Brown, bro. He got a perfect score on the SAT. So it was like,
Oh, yeah, these were
it was
smart
like
kids. They were the
Steve-
smartest in the county in this program.
Like Steven
Right?
Steven Zingzi, Brown University, engineer.
The Zing-Z, bro.
Yo.
But like, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember walking across, they didn't read, everyone was what they wanted to be, and then the college they wanted to go to. Mine was just Ricky Ireland, YouTuber, no college.
That's crazy, bro.
Bro, I have to make a TikTok with that clip.
That's viral.
Oh, heck yeah. And a
Man.
short.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is.
I remember
you put
everyone
some
laughed.
shorts
everyone
up
laughed.
when you guys were back and you did some of the robot dancing and stuff like this. And some of the real old clips when Nick looks like he's 8 years old.
Nick was 8.
That's
Nick,
why it's so key to document that
Nick
stuff.
had a glow up. That's all I could say, buddy. Because you had a whole glow up. I saw like the old clips and what you look like now.
Dude, people literally watched you grow up from a little bud.
Bro,
For real.
I want to say that I went to a Balin Levine concert, or Balin Levine show.
Oh, thank you for the invite, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for inviting
Bro, I
us.
texted you, Ricky.
No,
first
we
of all.
didn't.
What?
I texted you the screenshot and said, does this mean I should go? Because I texted Balin, and then Balin said, pull up. And I sent Ricky the screenshot.
And I said, I don't know what that means, but he just left. He didn't say, but it's no big deal. It's
But
no
dude,
big deal.
I decided
Keep going,
to go.
keep going, keep
I
We'll
going.
decided
talk
to go.
about this out.
Wait,
We'll
no,
talk
I
about it
decided
after.
no. I decided to go 30 minutes. Like, I didn't know if I was going to go because I was working on something. And I was like, if I
And you
finish,
passed by me. It was the thing, too.
Passed by him, too.
You passed by my house.
But I guess, you know, he
Bro,
doesn't want to
normally
go.
you're DJing on Friday nights. Normally.
that wasn't a Friday.
Normally you're doing something else
Saturday.
on Friday night and Saturday night.
Continue on, though. We're
No.
not upset. We'll talk about it, though.
But bro, it's like, you know, I wanted to hang out with some other friends too. It's
No,
like
I
I'm not,
agree.
you know,
I agree.
I don't do everything with, you know.
The business.
I didn't invite IBD either.
I'm talking about
sorry, IBD.
but the
I didn't
business
even know about
aspect. I'm
No,
thinking
it's
business
fine.
aspect.
No offense,
thinking about
Bailey
vlog.
Levin, but I didn't know who you were.
No, but I just want to say, like, met a bunch of fans at the Balin show because, like, we make similar content, me and us and Balin, like the Walmart stuff, doing stuff like that. And then, so there was a bunch of, like, crossover fans. And there was even some fans that went to our shows in 2019, and they were showing me pictures that they took with me and Ricky from 2019. And then it's like you were saying, they watched us literally grow up. Because this dude in the first picture in 2019, the fan, he's like comes up to like literally like right here on my ribs. And then in the new picture that we just took the other day, dude's like taller than me.
That's
Dang.
crazy.
It's crazy to see. It was crazy
Yeah.
to see that.
Then you had to be pretty tall then.
Dude,
He was like a little bit shorter.
we sell the merch, and there was some girl. She bought a shirt. She bought an adult XL, and she bought a youth small. And one was for her husband, who grew up watching you, and the other was for their kid.
That is
And I'm
crazy.
that's bizarre, man.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
Whoa, that is actually
Second generation fan.
That
is
wild.
wild.
That's dope. Just know we're touching a lot of
Goosebumps
generations.
again, man.
That's insane, actually. to hear.
So before, you just saw these guys fight, and they shared a room for a long time,
Imagine.
and they grew up. They
Bunk beds, buddy.
worked together.
I was annoying. I would be on the top and I'd be like looking down like.
Wait, I got to tell this one story, bro.
Wait.
No, let
me
IBD go.
Let me finish
Sorry.
my
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
So they work together, right? So they go into school, and then after that, they're playing sports together, and they're working together on their YouTube, putting in 30, 40, 60 hours a week on their YouTube. You would think these guys would have fought all the time. They really don't fight that much. You
Like
guys
compared
really-
to most brothers and
most
sisters,
brothers,
it's
yeah.
probably
I mean,
less.
you guys got along,
Yeah.
and you got to, You got different ideas of your content, different ideas of what you want to do, girlfriends, etc., friends outside of the friends that you share.
Yeah.
But still, it's amazing how well you guys got along and still get along as brothers. That truly is amazing.
One day, I'm gonna see you guys.
What?
For some reason,
there's a video. What are you about to say? There's a video of him
See, he's trying to manifest it, bro. He's trying to manifest it.
I'm not manifesting. I'm just like surprised.
No, but there's a video of you about to knock him out.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, there's a couple videos of me about to knock Rick out.
Yeah. Regardless of anything, if you don't have that with your brother, like. Yeah. You definitely disagree, but I think there's two ways you go about it. Like Logan and Jake Paul, you see them, they're having like these arguments, like big, like real personal stuff that they don't deal with. But then you see these other brothers, like the Tristan Tate. No, Tristan Tate,
Andrew Tate,
and Andrew Tate. And you see, they're ride or die for each other, but I'm sure they have plenty of disagreements and they argue about plenty of stuff. Like even if you're friends with anyone.
If you're around someone long enough, you're bound to. It's like when you become a roommate with someone versus being their friend. Like when you're just friends with someone.
Roommate.
Yeah, me and IBD, maybe one time we argued, but.
But I'm saying even then, you guys haven't been around.
That was like a couple days a week,
like every day of your life, every day of our lives, for every year.
That's why I went to Balin. That's why I went to Balin.
And I do understand that. I think
it's important to like do your own thing. Like,
I do understand that.
In like a relationship.
Well, I'm saying from to touch on that was for the business aspect. That's why I could care less about on stage with Balin. I'm talking about the networks we could have created. Even I don't even have to be on stage. I could go be talking to the management, and then we could got him on the podcast, or you guys could have been vlogging, had content. I
vlogged. It's
from that aspect.
Somewhere.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I just wanted.
It is balanced though as you grow up. It's like navigating it in the right way, because when it's all in the beginning,
beginning you don't know any. There's nothing. It's like the ignorance is bliss. You know nothing outside of it. So it's like, all right, this is what it is. Like even when me and Ricky were in the grind mode, it's like, bro, we didn't even really hang out with other people. We didn't go to parties. We didn't do a lot of stuff. It was just grind. That's like literally all we knew for like the whole time we were in school.
Yes, because you were in school and I would have to like edit most of the stuff, and then eventually when you graduated, we'd share editing. But people would ask, be like, "Oh, can we hang out?" And I feel like 100 times out of 100 times it would be
crazy.
Sorry, we're editing.
And then the one time like I do go hang out with friends, like back in the day, I would get there, hang out for a little bit, and then I'd like look around and be like, "Dude, what am I doing?" I feel like I'm wasting my time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of the times back in the day, instant, because you just feel like it's like. You're not missing out. Everyone there is kind of missing out on what you're doing.
And we liked, and we still do, but like we liked what we were doing, so it didn't feel as much as like a job, like going to like a job.
Yeah.
You're creating these moments, and like even the one where you just got attacked on the Walmart video.
Yeah.
Moments like that are what you get excited. Like as soon as that happened, we got back home, and I was like, let me cut it up into a short, because my TikTok's just going crazy. Every TikTok I post is viral, but I was like,
you just had to throw that in there.
But for real, and
it's true.
But it's true, and it's exciting, because then we get home and Nick's like, "Yo, Ricky, edit this TikTok for me," and it just gets you excited,
Yeah, I think
it's about getting excited. And,
it was fun. Yeah,
that's what life's about.
We're gonna put a minute on the clock, and I'm gonna go get rid of my coffee.
You're gonna piss?
I got a tinkle.
You're gonna go piss?
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
First guess, taking a potty break.
Dang, IBD.
IBD, you look good, bro.
Watch out for Cam.
Bro, you guys don't understand. Like,
huh?
Oh, it's staying in. It's staying in, IBD.
No, for real, dude.
Should we cut it or keep going?
Should we cut or keep going?
Keep it. How's everybody doing?
Dude.
How was the Balin thing, actually?
Yeah, okay, the Balin thing, it was dope. It was dope. And like I talked to Balin and like Gideon like a little bit, but they were like, I don't think they're even in town anymore. But it's like that is part of the reason why I went to like meet them, and like
got a network.
Like face to face is like different than just like IGDM.
But they recognized you. Balin probably knows, right? Gideon not too much.
Yeah,
maybe?
Balin knew. I don't think Gideon knew, but I filmed a vlog, and I think it should go on Ireland Boys.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll edit it, and then like you let me know what you think. If not, then I'll just post it on NCK. But I think it's because like
it's cool. It's cool.
It was cool, like seeing like Gideon and everyone in like the vlog, because dude, we literally so many people knew, bro. Especially
you.
Yeah, like bro, I was getting
that's your
swarmed.
city, man. Y'all Florida boys.
I was getting swarmed, and then first off, I started like just going on the floor, And then I just was getting swarmed so much. I texted like Balin and like his manager guy, and I was like, bro, is there any way we can like go in the back? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And then we were like on stage, and there was a part where Balin, he opens up the floor, and there's like 3,000 people. A lot of people, bro.
That's crazy. That's so.
And everyone was hyped, bro. It was like lit, bro. Yeah. Next time he has something, we'll all go. I'll invite you guys, okay?
Yeah, I hope he goes. He's got to go on another one.
He's got to go on another one. Like, just like how this all went. So, the great turnout for him, you know? Like, 3,000 people was a lot of people, bro.
How much were tickets,
like,
you know?
Dude, a lot of big rappers that you think are big, I don't know if they're selling that many tickets as Balin.
He was performing like a lot. What?
Yeah, bro. A lot of people can't pull like the in person. Yeah. Like rappers can get streams, but sometimes in person.
But there was a part he opens up the mosh pit, bro, and then he's like, "Yo, you want to?" He like asks all the people backstage. Like, there's a couple other YouTubers there too, and like Gideon, he's like, "You guys want to go in and like open up the mosh pit?" So Gideon goes, I go. We're like in the middle trying to open up the mosh pit. But bro, everyone just starts attacking you. They were ripping my shirt. Someone tried to take my hat. They took Gideon's do-rag, bro. It was crazy.
Not the do-rag.
All right, IBD's back from the piss. But it was just dope. It's dope
That's
to
good.
see that.
Got to go with the next one.
Just know y'all boys started it first.
Nah, it's not a competition. Not a competition.
We should leave them wanting more.
No, it's like the next up and coming wave, and the fact that we're still in, because look how many people have left.
Bro,
they're gone.
Dude, my friend got everyone chanting, "Stop buying only."
No way.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Not on the stage, but like outside. There was like, I started vlogging. And
how do you even chant that?
He just said, "Stop buying only." He said, "Stop buying what? Stop buying what?"
That's funny.
Make sure you bleep.
Put that on a thing.
I'm going to.
We should put that on a shirt.
We're going to.
Use the URL stopbuyingonly.com.
We should put that on a shirt. Oh.
Should put that on a shirt.
So we should get to a point.
Mike, IBD, yeah.
We're still going. This is all. Yeah.
This is live.
We should get to a point and then leave one more and do another episode.
We're still rolling, by the way.
Because there's so much more to talk about that it's going to be too long.
Yeah.
There's so much, yeah.
So get to the point where we can kind of
we've been going for about an hour right now,
and then do this fun thing that we talked about. You know,
the fun segment.
Yeah.
And then save your guys' relationship for another time too, or what?
Yeah, and the tour.
That's a whole nother thing.
You taking off of school, the tour, the whole thing. That's a whole nother hour there. Easy.
Yeah,
IBD. There's there's just so many more stories IBD has of when he was growing up. This dude was a prankster himself. We don't have time to get into that, but just know
we didn't have YouTube back then.
Buddy, I don't know how he didn't get arrested.
60 mil.
He probably did get arrested. Have you got arrested? I will save that for next
time.
Whoa. Yo, but yeah, we got to save. So we're going to play a couple fun games.
You already know.
We're going to play a couple fun games. Do you want to play your game first?
Here we go. We're going to go ahead and...
What?
All
right. We're going to play...
Just show you, bro.
Yeah, I'll do mine.
Because I have a great game. It's called Modern Day Slang with IBD.
Oh, I had the 30 seconds of questions.
30 seconds of rapid fire questions?
Boom,
yeah, you do yours and then we'll do these.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the rapid fire questions. Today's contestant, IBD, Ireland Boy's dad. For this segment, we will be giving you 30 seconds to answer these questions as fast as you can. You have approximately 3 seconds to answer the questions, basically. Are you ready?
I guess I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Why you got to be ready?
Yeah, I thought it was for him.
Y'all boys got to hype me up, though.
Oh, yes!
Yeah. All right. Timer on the clock.
3, 2, 1, go.
If you could travel anywhere in the world with a celebrity.
Restart, man. Come on.
First word.
All these moments, bro.
We haven't had a guest in 9 decades. My bad, boys.
But this is the most important one.
You didn't even start the timer.
I did. I restarted.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't know that. Ready?
They do now, buddy.
3, 2, 1.
Favorite chocolate? Did you just fart?
Ripped cheeks?
Yo, did you just fart? Who just farted?
That's not chocolate.
Who just farted, bro?
You did.
No.
I don't know if the mic picked it up, but someone ripped cheeks.
Hey, figure out what microphone picked that up.
Yo, that's definitely not me.
Use the camera audio on one of these.
Whose favorite chocolate?
No, bro, that was you, bro.
Bro, Buddy said whose favorite chocolate, and then ripped some real chocolate.
I don't fart, bro. I don't fart like that. And
dude, I can feel the ground shake.
He doesn't fart.
And you'll smell it. Just know mine travels 7 miles per hour, all right? You guys would have felt it.
Third time's a charm. 3, 2, 1.
Favorite cartoon character?
Mighty Mouse.
If you could travel anywhere in the world with a celebrity, where are you going and who are you bringing?
I'm going on an African safari. I have no idea who I want to go with.
You got 3 seconds. You got to answer. Dead or alive?
DiCaprio.
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that's fire.
Okay, that's an adventure.
no idea
Logan
why.
Paul's fiance's ex. Sorry, keep going.
Best candy in the world.
Dove chocolate.
How do you feel about who would win in a fight, Nick or Ricky?
Whoa, come on.
Come on.
Skip that.
Keep going.
Bro's
keep
trying
going.
to start something, bro.
Bro really wants something to happen. Bro,
We're skipping it. We're skipping that.
keep going,
All
bro.
right, last question.
They think, right?
Skip.
Where we at?
Definitely.
Man.
Honestly, DJ Fab wants something to happen.
No, I don't,
No,
bro.
let's bring up what you were saying earlier,
No.
bro. Let's be for real, because you were about to say something earlier. What did you say earlier, bro?
We're finishing.
What did you?
Here we go.
40 seconds.
Last
It's been a
question.
minute. Let's bring up what you said earlier.
Last question.
No,
IBD.
not that.
No,
What you said
yo,
earlier
segment-
before
IBD.
this.
The segment's over.
No, the segment, we got one more
Segment's over.
question.
Segment's over.
Last question. IBD, where do you see the podcast in the next 5 years?
Oh, I tell you, this thing could be huge. Honestly, it could be milk.
What would you want us to, like, on the outside perspective, what would you say we could change up or kind of?
No, I think you guys stay relevant and find your lane and stay in your lane, and you can be special. You can bring positivity to the youth and 20-somethings through this podcast.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people
Yeah.
at the Balin thing, they're like, "Dude, I watch the podcast now too."
Blessings,
so-
man. Amen. Let's go.
Yeah, this can be as special as Arnold Boys Productions.
I think growing up
has
with the
its own.
audience.
It has its own
Yeah,
niche.
growing up.
Yeah, it's
We need to grow
it's
up
more
with
mature
them.
content.
I
You
think-
got to grow up with it, but it can still remain it's special.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to go.
It doesn't have to
everybody else
turn
goes.
negative and drama, which is interesting
So
because it
we
sounds like
love
you
you
want
guys.
that. It sounds like you want that.
So we love you guys.
See, he says this, but he's playing both sides.
We
because what
enjoy
did
you guys.
Let's bring up what you said earlier.
I don't.
Dude,
I don't.
what did he say?
I don't
You said
promote
earlier- you said-
negativity, bro.
You said me and Nick were arguing.
I don't promote negativity.
It's interesting because
All I said is I'm surprised that y'all haven't fought yet, because y'all behind the scenes, since you want me to say it.
No, before that.
No, there's no before that. I'm saying what I was gonna say. I'm surprised y'all haven't fought yet, bro. I wouldn't.
We
I'm
have,
not-
but we have though.
Bro,
we have.
listen.
We have a vlog
No,
of
but
us fighting.
I'm
like
talking
3
about
times in
like,
one
bro,
vlog.
y'all not fighting like how me and my brothers used to fight, bro. We
Yeah,
used to
because
fight
we have
each other,
because
bro.
you don't want to take it there.
My point. So if you're gonna argue in that aspect, like that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised y'all haven't took it that there. Y'all argue so much.
But buddy wants it to happen because he's asking IBD who's going to
No,
win the
bro,
fight.
I'm
But
There's
you're
a
just
difference
planting these
between
seeds,
arguing
bro.
and fighting.
Yes, there's a whole difference. So that's why I'm saying y'all.
But
I'm surprised y'all haven't fought. Y'all have argued, but y'all haven't fought. So
You know, I
don't want it. I'm not encouraging it. I don't want that to happen.
Buddy
Y'all
just
my
wants to know
bros.
who would win.
All I
got a
said.
pace. I want to go with this podcast one day too, with us.
Okay.
This place is
That's going to go really
yeah.
deep, raw, and emotional. I don't know if you guys want to go there, but
Oh, we do.
We do.
The more raw and emotional. Yeah.
want to
but
dive head
I
first.
do.
It is
We'll
what it
cry.
is.
I'll cry, but it's something I promised God I would share, and this might be.
Do you want to do it now?
Not
No.
right now. Not
No,
right
no.
now.
No, it's one on its own, and I think it's just
Should
no
be
offense
no. Go ahead.
to my third son.
Go ahead.
But it'd be just the three of us on that.
Yes.
And I think that so many people who hear this need to hear it, both the kids, the youth, and parents. We went,
Well, we'll do this one soon.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in.
I think
And I got to
people-
change your clothes, man. We can change clothes and pretend it's a whole nother
Guys,
podcast.
let us know. Let us know if you
For real. For real. For real.
IBD.
He's ready.
let us know.
I'm here, man.
Consistency. He's working.
So
But,
anyway,
yeah.
so is that it?
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
it.
questions.
That's it.
How'd I do?
No.
Oh,
That's not
you-
it for the pod.
You aced it.
No, I mean for the questions.
Oh, you aced it.
There's no way of going wrong. I think your Leonardo DiCaprio one on African Safari was interesting.
I always
It was very
want to go to
interesting.
safari in Africa, but who I would take, other than Mom, other than you guys, I mean,
So should we ask IBD about
celebrity.
some?
I'll take Fab with me.
Yeah, guys, we planned another segment because IBD. What generation are you considered?
I'm a boomer. I'm a young
Buddy
boomer.
is a boomer. Okay, boomer.
1961. So, dude's 62 years old.
62 years old. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to say that on cam, but hey, he said it, not me. But we
Yo.
got IBD. He's kind of tapped into the culture a little bit here and there since, he's around me and Ricky sometimes.
Yeah.
He hears us talking our slang in the videos. We want to put IBD to the true test and see if he knows the current slang on the world. This is IBD takes on
Modern day slang. All right, are you ready?
Okay.
So I'm going to say a word, and then you have to give me your definition or what you think it means. You can't think too much, okay?
Okay.
All right, ready? First up, low key.
Low key is like kind of chill. It's like not hyped. No?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I would say that's
an 8 out of 10 response. That's a good
that was
response.
really good.
I'd say you got that.
Yeah,
I'd say you got
good.
that.
That was
Boom.
good. That was good.
All right. Sus.
It's suspect.
But what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
like,
mean?
describe it.
Like it's all right. I'll give you one. Hinky.
What?
What?
No, I'm asking the questions, buddy.
It's the same.
Hinky?
It's the same. It's the same thing.
don't know
Something's not right about it. That's suspect, man. I mean, either you telling me a lie or it's suspicious. It's suspect.
Oh,
Okay.
IBD.
That's pretty accurate.
That's close.
Nowadays, it has more of if someone's acting zesty. You know what zesty means?
That I don't, but I'm going to say it's probably the same.
It means if you're acting in a certain manner. I don't know if I can explain the manner, but
Like, yeah.
like
You're-
FouseyTube
Yeah.
sometimes. Is
Yeah,
this.
yeah, that's a good one.
It's not 100%.
Oh,
Straight up.
Not 100% straight up was a great way to put it, bro. All right.
2 for 2.
All right,
Yo.
number 3, bussin'. You can ask me questions like it's a spelling bee. You can say use it in a sentence if you don't.
What about
Oh, if you use it
I
in a
got
sentence, I'll
some.
get it. Bussin'. I think I know. But you use it in a sentence.
No, try to go without it.
Oh,
Dude said you could ask me questions and then says don't ask me.
Ask me a question. Go ahead. Use it in a sentence.
All right,
No.
I'll say it. Oh, that was bussin'.
It's good.
Oh,
yes.
buddy,
Yes.
hasn't missed. All right, here's another one. Ready? Rizz.
Rizz. So that's like your game in picking up a chick or something.
Oh my God!
What?
Bro,
But
bro.
hold on, because I know you. Do you know what that word really means? Where it came from?
No.
Rizz.
I'm scared to use it now.
Now it slipped my mind.
No, you know.
It's charismatic. It's your charisma.
Oh, you got Rizz because you
You got charisma. So you got game.
Oh, so I got a lot of
Damn,
Rizz.
he know more. He knew more than you even knew, bro.
But
I didn't know
you
that's what it
too.
was.
You didn't know charisma. Rizz comes from charisma.
So I got a lot of Rizz.
I knew.
Oh,
You would
this
say.
boy got Rizz. I mean,
Let's
when we,
go.
we'll get into this when we talk about the tour, man. But
You got a whole.
Fab and
Sorry.
I flew around, man. We get from the airport, we jump in the Uber.
Whoa! IBD,
He's got a
wait,
woman. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, IBD, hold on.
He's got a whole woman.
Oh my goodness!
Wait,
sorry.
you didn't have- you didn't have a girl back then.
No, I know, but I didn't.
Did you?
I didn't. The story is juicy here. Hold on.
Tell one story.
Hold on.
Yo,
I'm
tell
not
one.
gonna tell the story. I'm just
Tell one.
DJ Fab was single at the time. Let's make that clear.
Yes,
Look,
but we don't. We're
look.
not. We
Tell one story.
we
right?
had a low budget. We staying at the hotel.
Yeah.
Right near the
Hotel,
airport.
motel, Holiday Inn.
And so it's not a long Uber drive, but we in the Uber, and by the time we get there, he's already slid up in the DMs.
Of the Uber driver?
Yeah, female.
Okay.
Yeah. Clarify.
If he didn't know,
it'd be a little zesty.
Wait, okay, you guys at least tell this one story and then we'll go back and...
No. That's
it. We'll
enough
finish.
of the
We'll
teaser.
finish.
What?
Keep
That's
going.
enough
Okay.
of the
You need-
teaser.
Next.
Oh my gosh,
All
she
right,
had the
next
big wedding ring and all, bro.
That's
oh
I wasn't going to tell
God.
that.
Yo,
I wasn't going to tell on
Yo,
that.
I remember.
Bro, you
yo.
can't tell this story.
You have to tell the story now, bro.
You gotta
Yo.
tell the story.
Cloud.
Yo, so
Fudging cloud.
wow, bro.
And she DM him back. By the time we checked
Wait, no.
Yo.
Tell the story. Wait, we need it from the beginning. We need it from the beginning. Full.
No, tell the story. Tell the story.
No, you've already given it away. No.
Continue on.
She has
No, we're not moving on. Either this is the end of the episode or you're telling the story because, bro,
Oh my goodness.
You cannot say all this and
Yo,
not tell
I
it,
don't
bro.
know.
I just.
The girl,
you're leaving the audience with blue balls, buddy.
Yo, listen.
Just like that Uber driver did to you, buddy.
No.
Oh! All right, tell the story, bro.
Buddy.
Where are we? Paint the picture.
IBD, you tell it since DJ Fab ain't gone.
It doesn't put Fab in the best light.
No, that's not
Because,
putting me. It was.
because we
You already said she had a big old wedding ring. You
Buddy,
can't.
but I'm
can't
saying-
If
go-
you don't tell it, it's even worse because then it means you can't even tell it.
That makes it look way worse, for sure.
Where were you guys?
Look,
What
man.
tour date was this?
I don't know. Where's Cincinnati maybe or something?
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you can understand why Nick didn't take you to the Balin show.
Or did we
Why?
Just
did we
kidding.
fly into Cincinnati? We flew into
Cincinnati, was it?
Detroit. Went from Detroit to Chicago to Cincinnati and then flew out.
Yeah.
So it may have been Detroit.
I remember just. I don't remember too much, but
But he was said.
during
I
that.
remember we in
But
the
he
Uber,
said- This is
my
IBD saw me in action, bro.
And this is before Rizz was a thing.
Detroit.
Yo.
So you're telling me this guy really said palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy?
No, bro. Like, I don't know what. I think it was that. I think it was that show, right? So, this is a whole different story. Me and IBD grew so close.
We're gonna get into that on the next episode, but just tell
like,
this story.
I'm talking
Yeah, we're
about
just
like
telling this story.
insanely,
We'll
right? So
You trying to switch the topic?
no. I'm just letting you
So-
know that because you know, back then DJ Fab I was broken at that time, but I was like, bro, you know, life goes on. I'm still gonna I'm on tour, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Whatever shorty I see look good. Like, rejection was never a thing for me. I didn't care. You said, no, cool, your sister looks good. We going that way. But this was like me, like when I was like, my whole mental was all messed up, man. And man, IBD, I got so comfortable with him because I saw him as like, you know, like you have respect for adults and some things we don't say around adults. You know what I'm saying? But IBD and I was buddies, bro. Like, I'm talking about, like, I just say whatever. Like, we had a good time. Got in the Uber car, right, one time. Uber car, this is nice. Shawty look good. I was like, I'm not even thinking about it. And we're in the car, and, you know, IBD's throwing alley-oops, bro. Don't act like you wasn't throwing me alley-oops, IBD. IBD was throwing me.
That was before I saw the ring.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah. So, like, IBD.
Because she driving. She got her left hand
Yeah.
over here, and then she reach over for something. But go
Yo,
ahead.
so.
Let's hear these alley-oops. I gotta hear these.
So I don't. He's
Hell,
just,
man,
you know,
this is years
he
ago.
was
I
just
don't
like,
remember.
you know, like I remember, like he was just like hyping it up. Like
I was
we were
using
on
my
tour.
Rizz on him.
Yo, he was throwing alleys.
Oh, well, paint this picture. We gotta hear. Like, even if you have to, you can't
no
tell me you
idea.
don't remember.
No, we remember
It's 4 years ago. It's
bro.
4 years
Yeah,
ago,
we
bro.
remember like the scenario where we're there. But I remember him like saying like, yeah, we're, you know, a tour, you know,
He's hyping
I'm
DJ
hyping
Fab
him
up.
up.
He's
Yeah,
making
yeah,
him look good.
He's making me look
He's
good.
like, this
She's
guy's
like-
DJ turning up.
She's like, what are you guys here for? You in town?
Yeah.
Because she picked us up at the airport.
IBD's going crazy. So I'm like, buddy, IBD, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe right now. So I grab it and I grab the alley-oop and I'm like, yeah, you know, if you want to ever check it out, like, or something, maybe I need a tour guide. I'm just going crazy. And I was like, yeah, put your Instagram. And I think that's when we noticed that the ring was there. Because the ring was so big.
It was
Like,
the diamond.
It looked like a ring
pop.
pop?
the diamond
Looked
was,
like a ring pop.
bro, it was so big that we got her Instagram and then we're just laughing. And then we get to the hotel and we get out. And IBD's like, you notice, like, she had a ring on. And I was like, it ain't stopping me, buddy. So we're going. She's responding, and it's like, oh man. But yeah, that was a good old time with IBD, man. That's one of many.
Oh, bro, come on.
One of many.
So, come on, bro.
All you did was tell us what we already knew.
No, well, I was gonna ask IBD if he can leave for a little bit. No, man, I wasn't here for the show.
But all right, we shared a room.
Yeah, I was here for the experience.
All right, you're
and
not
good
telling us
time,
the full
bro.
story, so keep going.
Yeah, keep going. More slang
All right,
with one
more
hit
slang.
Rick.
All right, you're gonna have to let your imagination paint the.
It did tie into the Rizz.
It did.
Yeah.
Rizz the married woman, which is not key, bro. Oh my goodness.
That's not
Just looking
good.
at
No,
it.
That's
not
bad.
key.
Looking
That's
at
bad.
it now, like IBD, like me being in a
I should
full
have taken his phone away from him then.
in a whole, but we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And
That's what I'm saying. Use it as a
you
learning
already-
lesson for the kids.
You
bro.
already knew my scenario. Like you already knew. So in my mind, it was like, man, I'm in a new city. I've never been here before. You know what I'm saying? And
It's kind of like
yeah.
almost exactly. Yeah, that's crazy.
But
What
looking at,
happens in Detroit stays in Detroit.
but looking at it now, man, it's like, just don't be a homer.
What's the next slang we got, Rick?
So this is crazy that this happens to be the next one. Ghosted. What does that one mean? Ghosted.
Oh, that's when. So
What she did?
yeah. He started reaching back out there, and she just doesn't respond. She ghosted him.
as she
man.
should. As she should.
But
Yeah,
I
she
think
didn't
he
respond.
ghosted
Yeah.
her after that. After
Yeah.
we had a man-to-man talk, and he ghosted her.
See, that would be a great story to tell the end of that story. If that's what really
We
happened.
just did.
We wanted a cliffhanger. We wanted you to believe what
No,
you
because
believe.
bro,
Y'all some cap.
there's a lot of-
doing.
Cap.
No, bro, because there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of podcasters or just influencers or YouTubers that would brag about that, bro. And I think
It's not a moment to brag.
It's
bro.
not a moment to
No.
brag. I think it's cool that if you did really say, hey, Fab, because you are the mature, older one, you know?
Oh no,
And-
we had to talk about it. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
right.
he
Yeah.
broke
And
it.
not to say
He
that.
told me. Like we sat down and he actually was like,
That's a great thing to tell, though. Like, don't be afraid to say that because there are good people out there that want to hear that and that.
There's a lot of good people
Yeah,
out there.
who wants
No,
to
but
hear?
there's a lot. But the other side is very loud. The other side of saying, "Yo, if she has like the thing of, oh, if there's a
If
goalkeeper,
you want to play the game, then go ahead, be a player. Yeah.
If there's a goalkeeper, doesn't mean I can't score. Yeah, true. But like, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? And you can paint the picture for the people.
That was my motto.
And a lot of
that's
people
true.
respect you.
That was
and a lot
my
of people
motto
respect
for a
you.
while. Yo, if there's a goalie, don't mean I can't score. That was a motto, and it was like very. And I think I've learned why I was in that situation because that's how I went to be that person. So I've learned.
But there was a lot of
Oh, it was more
influence and mentoring
way more
along the way
Yeah.
in that trip.
way
man.
more. I changed the tour. My mindset going into the tour, leaving tour, I was a whole different person.
And we talk. I mean, I got appointments down to Safety Harbor every Thursday, and it's a half-hour drive. And it hasn't been as much recently, but I have a half-hour conversation with Fab every Thursday.
You just remind me a lot of my mentor, bro. And I told you this 1,000 times. Every time we have a conversation, you remind me so much. So I was like, I'll listen to like the conversation. I was like, bro, you would tell me exactly, or someone closer. He black, so he gonna say some things, some crazy things. But he'll like twist up his words, and then you'll go ahead and give me the same response, the same energy. That's why I like coming off the tour. My mindset changed and all that. And even to this day, like I'm older now, so talking with IBD, bro, is like it's just like you need that. Even if you don't say nothing, sometimes I'll ask you a question on how's your day going, or IBD, I got this coming up. How do you feel about this? And you'll give me your opinion. And we wouldn't agree sometimes. There'll be times where we don't agree. There'll be times where we agree, and you'll be like, yeah, you should try this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this. But it's always good to have someone older that has more wisdom. We discussed this, like. They live longer. You may not understand the culture now, or maybe
according to this, he's 7 for 7, bro.
7 for 7, man.
But I'm saying some of the things.
We have one more.
Some of the things back then may work for you, right? And you could probably tell us like maybe you should try this, but it doesn't work, IBD. And we're like, all right, but it's the concept of you like telling us like, hey, this could work, or maybe we can alter what you've done and to make it into our generation.
The principles are the same.
Yeah.
It's just the different.
Bingo.
The principles are the same. It's just a different
Algorithm.
outlet.
Yeah.
But the
Like you had Rizz back in the day, but you weren't sliding in the DMs.
Exactly.
But
There was no such thing.
But at the end of the
Newspapers.
day, the same principle is applied.
Yeah.
Harry, you're a
There's
pigeon.
just principle and character.
Yeah.
And it's all about character.
Here's another one. We'll go 2 more.
For good luck.
Red flag. What's red flag mean?
Well, that's not like a red flag on the field. So him sliding in her DM, that would have been a red flag.
Buddy is on point.
Yo, he's nice.
All right, this is the last one. I already know what it means. But GOAT.
Oh, greatest of all time.
Ooh.
There you go.
Who's the GOAT?
You.
IBD.
Do we got
Dude,
it?
9 for 9, bro. That was
Dang.
crazy. That was
Yeah, no,
great.
I didn't expect to do that well, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I
I
expected
got
like 2
boomer
or 3.
phrases. You want to try?
Boomer phrases?
Yeah, give us two. I really want to hear
Let me
this.
see if I can do. I can do.
Boomer phrases. Wait, so it goes boomer, then what's after that?
I think millennial.
And then what is Nick, what are you?
Dude, I don't know.
I think you guys are Gen Z.
Wait, I'm 94. I'm a millennial.
I think millennials older than that.
Jamie, can you? Just kidding, I'm kidding.
What generation are millennials?
Let's just hear at least.
Let's hear the slang. Let's hear the
Yeah, the
slang.
2 slang. Hinky?
Yeah, what does hinky mean?
82
Dude, one of the new
82
Wait, hold on.
to 94.
I gotta say this.
Is
What-
millennial?
So I'm the last year too.
I
So
gotta
what am I
say,
then?
yo,
You're a young millennial. I'm a young boomer.
dude, one of
I
the
think boomer goes 60 to whenever.
one of the new
1960.
What one of the new generations coming is Generation Alpha. I just had to say that.
Oh, that
And then I
is-
think right after that is Sigma. So like shout out the Alpha. Hopefully they're actually Alpha because these days.
That's Mia. Mia's a
Dude, that's
Is that right now or not yet?
I don't know, but that's just a sick. Imagine your Generation Alpha. That's
Imagine
just-
your generation Sigma.
That's what I'm saying.
that'd be fire. That actually sounds dope.
Sigma?
No, I'm saying like Generation Alpha sounds
Oh,
Yeah,
dope.
okay.
Alpha.
Yeah. Alpha's fire.
Sigma take out your silver plaque, basically.
Yeah, it's like you're like they just go to these people and then you're like, all right, here we go.
yeah, here you go.
That's how it would be, though. Because life is like cycles.
All right, Diesel. What is
I,
this?
I can't find
Hinky?
him, man.
Some
Hanky-panky?
boomers.
No, Hinky. 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 Hinky.
Sus.
Sus. Yeah, it's not right. Groovy.
right.
Groovy.
Oh, means
like groovy.
chill.
you're nice with it.
I feel like you're smooth.
You're saucy.
You're a
saucy.
smooth man.
Cool. Yeah.
You're cool.
Cool guy.
You're saucy.
Groovy.
Threads.
Shirts, like clothing.
Clothes. So what you call clothes? Clothes.
Drip.
Oh, you like
Drip.
And what
Ooh, that
else?
would be
I like
good.
your- I like your
There's
threads.
another phrase.
Tags.
Shoot.
Papa tags.
Hacked off.
Hacked off.
Hacked off.
Cut off. You cut someone off.
No.
Hacked off means like you're popping.
No. Cheesed.
Oh, you're mad?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you're hacked off. But I like your threads though, bro.
Cat.
Like a kitten.
Cool cat.
Oh, cool cat.
Oh.
Oh, like
Like a cool person.
a cool
I
person.
was about to say the
Swag.
animal.
Swag.
Scratch.
Like trash. Maybe.
Scratch like.
Scratch that. Like
So
forget
I
that.
know you more than you know me.
Oh,
Yeah,
from
definitely.
scratch. From scratch.
Like
No.
from the bottom.
Scratch
Baking from
also.
scratch. You
Scratch
bake a
also,
cookie from scratch.
also bread.
Oh, like get your money?
Money.
Scratch?
Scratch.
Ooh, give me some scratch. Some chicken scratch.
Yo.
Scratch is, whoa, that's
Some
cool.
chicken scratch.
That's what the
That's
teachers
pretty
call
cool.
my writing. All right, I think that's going to wrap up this episode with IBD.
Yes, sir.
But drop a like if you enjoyed it, and drop a comment if you want to see IBD back, because we just barely touched the tip of the iceberg, like the
without-
Titanic.
We just scratched the surface.
I just like, by the way, I want IBD back.
Peace.